Hey guys, it's Friday here on Transtastic, and our lovely guest this week chose the topic of clubs and bars. And I'm gonna try and make this video super short, because I filmed it a lot of times and I've been tending to ramble. So let's see if I can make this really short. So I do have experience with going to clubs. When I was 18, I lived in Seattle, Washington, that has quite a vibrant queer scene, and I got involved with going to clubs and getting drunk. And you know, when I would drink alcohol, my intention was to get drunk, and when you are drunk, you lose a lot of inhibitions. When you lose a lot of inhibitions, that tends to get very scary when you're going out to like public places such as clubs, because then there's people there who can take advantage of you and you're just like, ugh. When I was 18, I didn't really give a flying fuck. Mainly because like I'm a tall guy and like I'm a big guy and most people do not want to fuck with me. I didn't realize this when I was 18 because like I've always been like tall, I've always been big, like most people have always been intimidated by me, and I never really realized it until like my female friends pointed it out to me when we were walking back home to campus at night, and they're just, I feel so much safer walking with you, and I'm just like, why? And they're like, no one's gonna fuck with you. You're 6 foot, for crying out loud. No one's gonna fucking fuck with you. I'm like, damn, I didn't know that. I didn't realize that. So I've never had the problem of people like being inappropriate with me or trying to start a fight with me, because nobody really wants to. Because I can shut them down in a second, maybe. But I have had to step in for some of my female friends who had predators at the club being lewd and crude with them, and I've had to been like, stop it, bitch. Not exactly like that, but I've had to like intervene and tell the guy to back off. I think I've only had to do it like 2 or 3 times. The fact that I had to do it, you know, it's scary enough. I'm not a big fan of the club scene anymore. I think when I was 18 it was just more of a way to escape the real world, because being drunk tends to do that. And I also really like dancing, and when I'm drunk I love dancing, so being drunk and going to a club and being 18, raging with hormones, perfect combination. Now I'm not a really big fan of that, just because there was an incident when I got really drunk with my friends the night before like my 19th birthday, and we went to a club and I blacked out, and when I woke up I was locked outside of my dorm in nothing but my underwear, covered in vomit. I had no idea. I had to knock on everybody's door to see who was like still on campus, because this was during the summer. And luckily one guy came out and called somebody to let me back in my dorm, and when I got into my dorm there was vomit everywhere, and I'm just like, how the fuck did this happen? What the fuck happened? Like, that was the first time I blacked out, and that's really scary. Waking up in nothing but your underwear, locked out of your own apartment building, covered in vomit, like, that scared the living shit out of me. And because of that, I don't ever want to get drunk again. It's really scary, because I'm just like, what if I was on the verge of alcohol poisoning? Like, what if I wasn't on my side when I vomited? What if I was on my back? I could have choked on my own vomit. I could have died. Like, it's a really scary experience. And going to the clubs can be a really scary experience. And when you're surrounded by other people who are intoxicated and drunk or on drugs, it kind of makes you want to like indulge yourself in that vibe. And so if you're drinking, you may drink more just because you're surrounded by that vibe. And if you're smoking, you may smoke more because you're surrounded by that vibe. If you're a very easily influenced person, which I am, so I don't surround myself in that vibe anymore because I don't want to die. Not saying that's gonna happen to everybody else, but for me, like, that's just a personal fear that I have. I will be 21 in the summer. I do like having an occasional beer or two. I do like that, even though there's a lot of like negative health effects to it. You know, when I'm 21 and like legally able to have a beer, you know, I think every now and then I might go to the bar, like a pub, like where they show sports, and have a beer, but like that's about it. Like, and my advice I have for you all is know your limit on your alcohol consumption. For me, I know like I should never have more than 3 beers. There's just like certain things I know about myself when it comes to alcohol, and I feel majority of people should. I mean, if you have like a health condition where you can't drink alcohol, fine, that's great. Like, don't drink alcohol, better for you. But if you're intending on drinking alcohol, know your limit, and know what effects it tends to have on you. I mean, like, be really safe. And if you go to clubs, be with friends. Be with friends who got your back. Like, through and through. Not just some, like, facade friends. Some thick, close-ass friends. I don't know what I meant by thick. Thick and thin? Through thick and thin? I think that's what I meant, yeah. Through thick and thin friends. And yeah, that's all I have to say on this topic. Just don't be stupid, know your limit, go with friends. Bye.